Hey, you guys, Torpedo along the most targeted assistant. Hope you're having a good day. It is a beautiful day in North Carolina. Finally off the mountain. It just wrecks my body to go up in the mountains at 4 o'clock in the morning and then get home because I just cannot get remotivated and removing again. It takes me a while to get over it, and then Mason, of course, wants to stalk me in and out of the house. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Not realizing that I'm old and I'm tired. And it takes a lot to get cranked back up again. Thanks for reviewing this channel. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. Like, share, and subscribe. This is my backup channel for the most targeted citizen. That's my #1 main channel. What I'll probably end up doing, and this is what I'm going to be forced to do, because the trolls, the paid trolls, hit my channel so hard, just like they do this one. You can't see the dislikes on it, but they have. There's like 3 or 4 people. And they have 5 or 6 different YouTube channels. They're all just fake channels is what they are. So anytime I post a video, they'll hit it with thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down to keep me underneath their algorithm so it doesn't share. Just like with this channel now. You've probably seen. It's almost impossible to find my channel. Almost impossible because they keep disliking. It's not that it's not that they disagree with what I'm saying. They're just trolls. They take welfare. I say, here's welfare here. You go out and do this. Shut this channel down. Shut this channel down. And every one of these cowards hide. They don't want to let you know anything's going on. They hide the background. They won't ever comment, because if they comment, I'll find out who they are. Then I can block them. Oh, they won't do that. And the main troll of all is the vilified freedom douchebag. Remember him? Well, amazingly enough, I don't know if I've posted the video on this channel, but the one who has said continuously for years that I'm a fraud, even though he's never met me, that says I'm a thief, even though he's read my criminal history and there's nothing on my criminal history, says all these negative, slanderous things about me, has actually been convicted in a court of law of being a thief. What? The thief, convicted thief, is trying to put his evil on me. Really? Does that happen in America? Yeah, see, the problem with the internet is these trolls, they didn't grow up like I did. You see, back when I was growing up, there were consequences to opening your mouth. Open your mouth to the wrong person, taste your own blood. See, they think they can hide in the interwebs and in the back corners and ooh, I look how tough I am, I can have my channel, look at me. They ain't got no idea what they're doing. I mean, they do. It's like Jesus said on the cross, forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. The same with these idiots. Speaking of idiots, I don't know if you guys remember, if I even posted on this channel or not. About 6 months ago, this lady come on my channel, and of course, it's always the faux concern. Asking questions, and no answer I gave was good enough for her. And the problem with responding to her was reading her comments, because I've seen 4-year-olds with better English. The spelling was some of the worst. I thought I was being punked because the spelling, the illiteracy from this adult. This is an adult. Now, I would understand if somebody that's autistic or even autism, people with autism learn how to spell. But this woman couldn't even spell. So when I finally just got tired of it, because it was just harassment. She, it wouldn't matter. It said, give me this explanation, and answer this question, and answer this question, and tell me this, and literally just pitching a hissy fit. I said, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. Well, then her douchebag husband jumps in. You want to hear internet stalking? His name is Jason Holiday. You can look him up on Facebook and see. Now, he's got a picture of some guy in a military uniform. He claims that he was special ops. We've seen enough Don Shipley videos, the former Buds 181 class. Don Shipley, he's the one that exposes stolen valor and fake Navy SEALs. Well, he claimed, I was special ops and I see your house from the satellite, la 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 la. He went to the extent of getting the woman I live with name, getting her phone number, her email, calling her and saying, oh, your husband's trying to cheat on you. He's a dirty dog. You need to dump him. He's worthless. He's just sitting there slandering me to the woman I've been with for 13 years. What? For one, she knows I don't lie. There are times that she wish I did lie, don't, ain't it, Mason? There's times she wish I wouldn't tell the truth. She knows I ain't cheating because I'm celibate. Completely celibate by choice. It's not that horn honk again. It's not that I wouldn't have an opportunity every single day. If I wanted to chase women, it would not be hard to do. He calls her on the phone and starts saying, trying like he's intelligent enough to coax her into leaving me. Not only that, wait, there's more. Sits there and comes on my email, cusses me out. Listen to this. This is a total stranger, a douchebag that lives in California. That should tell you enough right there. Lives in California. Cusses me out because I helped take care of my property, take care of this rental property. Cussed me out because I took my hard-earned time, my hard-earned money, my hard-earned labor, and put it in a fridge drain trying to improve this property. Called me a dumbass for working out of on this property. What? That's the world we live in? And then, that wasn't enough. Then leaves me a comment saying, well, I called and talked to the code enforcement guy, because they have. He's called code enforcement. He lives in California and then tells me he calls code enforcement on me to get me kicked out of my home. These are the trolls that are on the internet that no accountability. I can't wait till I cannot wait. Because things are going to change. When my houseboat's built, then I've got nothing to do with my time except survive. That's it. And I'm gonna start making visits to all these people that have trespassed against me. I'm gonna go out and I'm going to hunt them down and knock on their door and see how brave they want to be then. Because see, another horn honking. Hear the alarm going off? I'm gonna make special trips to their homes, to their employers, to their illiterate wives' employers. I'm going to do what they've done to me. I know the Bible says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. But you know what? You get to a point where you're just sickened by it. The internet brings out the worst in people, and especially the trolls are the worst. I mean, nothing to do all day long. You know what I do when I find a channel that I don't like? You know what I do with it? I scroll past it. I'm going to find, I don't agree with what that guy said, so I'm going to find out his name, his phone number, I'm going to find out where he lives at, and I'm going to call the code enforcement where he lives and get him evicted from his house. Are you serious? This is the dregs of society. A picture, I'll tell you what the guy looks like. You remember that TV show called My Name is Earl? Remember that show? Remember his morbidly obese brother on that show? That's exactly what this guy reminds me of. Exactly. But think about that. Someone who doesn't even know me, because his ignorant, illiterate hag of a wife got her feelings hurt because she comes to my channel, criticizes me, cusses me out because she started on me, and I dared defend myself and block her. See, I blocked her to get it to be done. So, you know what? It's best we just part ways. Since you're not going to willingly leave my channel, I'll block you. That wasn't good enough, because then she opened up another channel and came back again. So I willingly just blocked her to be done with it. That wasn't good enough. So then her doofus husband decides, I'm going to make a YouTube channel and I'm going to do it again. And this is like his third or fourth channel that I've had to block. And there's no telling how many more channels he has. I'm just hoping one day, I don't think this world's going to be around that much longer, but I'm hoping soon that a registration will be required for every person that has a YouTube channel. If you want to comment on YouTube, you should have to be able to, you should be forced to put your name, your address, and your contact information on there for the whole world to see. If you've got the goddamn guts to pop your mouth off online and bump them gums, you ought to have the guts to be forced, mandated to put your contact information on there. That should be a mandate. Here, you want to comment? That's fine and dandy. And then the channel operator should have the opportunity to say, okay, if you want to comment, you gotta have your information here. I mean, it's up to the channel or whoever owns the channel. You make your own decisions. But it gets frustrating every day when I've got hundreds of people that say, thank you so much. You helped me get through this time. You helped me realize what's going on. You finally made me realize I wasn't crazy. And then you got 2 or 3 trolls, and it's just like in society today, just like with the takeover of America with this gay revolution going on. Less than 2% of the population in America are alternative lifestyle, but they've got the loudest voices, so we're all supposed to bow down. At least now there's a governor in Florida, Ron DeSantis, who's standing up to the gay mafia. At least it's time somebody's standing up to these satanic pedophiles, because that's what they are. They want our children. And the people that are Facebook and YouTube trolls, they're no different. They're no different. They're the same trash of society because they were bullied as children. They were picked on, they were abused, and now they've grown up. And now they're going to get their revenge. The revenge of the what? Revenge of the nerds. Porky's revenge. Now they've got, oh, look at me, I've got a YouTube channel. I know how to put in I can make 3 different YouTube channels. You know how? I'll make 3 different Gmail accounts. As long as I can just keep making Gmail accounts, and I can just keep thumbs down. Ha ha ha, look at me. I thumbs down your page. Look what I did. I'm bad, I'm brave. Look at me, I thumbs down your page. And then this Stoller Valley Jackaloon starts telling me, oh, I've got Depop guys that are near you, and we've already spotted at your house. We're looking at it from Google. Have I ever really tried to hide where I'm living at? I mean, and the troll said, well, you use an alias. You're trying to hide your identity because you're ashamed of yourself. Stu Pidlong is a play on words. The same ones that say, oh, you're convicted of beating up, and that one pedo, you know, those online pedophile catchers, the big doofus Alex, the big redheaded doof bag. I left a plain comment on a YouTube channel on that, like Predator Poaches Southwest Texas or something like that, and then he sends back, well, I traced your IP address, and it looks like you've been stalking little underage kids. That's nice that they say that. That's great when they say stuff like that, because then I can just screenshot it and then forward it on to the people that should have it. The people who are going to soon are going to start moving in all these people that slandered and libeled me, because guess what? When you say things like that, those are crimes. When you get online and say, I'm going to shut his channel down, I'm going to make sure he's not monetized, I'm going to dislike every video no matter what, I'm going to silence him, I'm going to shut him up, I'm going to take his money, and I'm going to try to destroy him. This is how dumb these trolls are. They think saying that is cool, except what they're doing is they're going, yes, Your Honor, I plead guilty to slander. I plead guilty to libel. I plead guilty I plead guilty, Lord, to trying to ruin this man's life and harassing him. That's exactly what they're doing. And oh, look at me, I'm on the internet, and I got internet freedom rights, and I got the freedom of speech to say what I want. Well, you can say what you want. But when you go and you start spreading lies, and then you end up, when you actually know a person's criminal history and you still lie about it, it's called slander, it's called libel, it's called defamation. And not one of them can point to my story changing. Not one of them. That one douchebag, vilified douche weasel. Well, I watched one last. I only watched one of his videos because it's just I don't understand how you make a watch him. So you know what? That's the guy. That's the one I'm gonna buddy up with. That's the one that's gonna lead us to the promised land. And it's funny enough, after he steals a Jeep from this one lady, she finally realizes, wait a second, he's a thieving dopehead. And now she's totally wrecked his world, just putting everything online, exposing him. So, but the idiots that follow him are still like, yep, that's the one I'm hitching my saddle. That one right there, he's the one that's gonna take us all the way. He's gonna sit there and his kids, he's got a cool catchphrase. It's what's it, douche wagon or jack wagon. Woo! Jack wagons everywhere. Look at me. And then this brags about it. Man, I got this new program. I got a new program, and I ordered it from Radio Shack the other week. And with this program, I can put a rooster specker on a pig's nose, and then I could have it riding a purple moped, and it'll go across the screen, and everybody will think that he's got a rooster's nose on his pecker. Yeah, I'm gonna get him now. Really? That's where we're at? That's where we're at in life? I'm gonna look what I can do. I got a program on the interwebs, and I can make fun of him technologically now. These people are just proving the truth about them. They got picked on in school for a reason, because they were scum in school. People saw right through it. And there's one thing, you grew up poor. I was poor. I was the poorest kid in the class. I took a bath. I took care of myself. I was one of the smartest kids in the class. I got picked on and I got bullied a lot until the time changed, until the tide turned, and all those years of getting hit and punched and picked on and enough wedges pulled my underwear through my ass for miles, there was a day when all that changed. It started at home. You see, kids at school who were picking on me didn't understand and didn't know, and nobody knew then, that I was being horrifically abused by my father. He would beat me, kick me, punch me. I had credit at 9 years old. Credit, in other words, he would beat me for what he thought I was going to do next week. So I'm coming to school putting on this smile and trying to be funny and trying to be class clown, but nobody knew I was getting a crap kicked out of me at home. But all that crap kicking stopped about the time I was 16. I'm sitting on the front porch. I just got my Trans Am. See, I quit school because I got gang stalked out of school. I had a black Marine Corps lesbian teacher for school. And she said, "Here's your books, boy." And she handed me a book. It was Black America, is black history, and it's black people in America today. It was just propaganda as always. I said, "Ma'am, I think I'm in the wrong class," because I really thought I was in the wrong. She said, "Boy, you can be in the wrong class in your own damn time. You're on my time now." Nope, not me. Quit school. Ran out of school. So here I am, quit school. My dad's like, "Well, you're going to get a job," because my parents never encouraged me. They didn't never say what college you're going to. My older sister was my dad's favorite, and my younger sister my mom's favorite, and I was just left out of the cold. So my dad would go to church on Sundays, and his sermon on Sundays was talking about how bad he said his son screwed up during the week. And I wasn't even really a bad kid. That's the thing about it. So one day on 5th Street, Southwest, over here in Hickory, North Carolina, I'm on the front porch about 7 o'clock. As soon as I got out of school, I already had a job. I was already making money. I was already pushing a lawnmower at 12 years old. I was making good money. I was making almost as much as my dad was at the time, and I was 12. That's how much of a hard worker I was. I'm on the front porch, and I'm making a speaker box for my Trans Am, my 1976 Trans Am. And it wasn't a rag. It was freaking gorgeous. It was fine as wine. Gorgeous. White on white Bluebird. Sweet car. My dad, I was going to get a Challenger, a $72 Challenger, and he's like, "Well, that's too much for you." And then instead I get a 400. I'm like, "What? Really? Okay, this is even better." He comes out on the front porch and said, "You know what? I'm tired of hearing that. Tired of hearing that saw. Tired of hearing that saw. Turn it off." I said, "It's going to take 2 more minutes, Dad." He goes inside the house, and I go and I grab that saw. I get about half a cut more, and he comes out on the front porch, shoves me off the front porch, and grabs my tape measure. I had a real big, the big tape measures. He grabs it and just throws it. And I was 5 feet away. Throws it and pings me in the head. Boom! Splits my head wide open. Right then and there, bullying stopped in my life. I got up and I went straight to that man, and I whooped his ass across that goddamn front yard. And I'm on top of it, and I'm not saying this in a braggadocious way. That's the most hurtful thing in the world. It is to beat your old man's ass. It sucks, because that memory will never leave my mind. But I'm on top of him, and I'm just wailing on him, and he's just screaming, "Assault, assault, assault, I'm going to law, 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 law." And I just kept whooping him. Well, I finally get up, get done. I'm tired of it. And I'm just telling him the whole time, "I'm sick of you beating on me. I'm tired of you being mean to me, blah, 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 blah." He calls the police. The cops show up. First thing the cop does is look at my Trans Am. "Is that your car?" I said, "Yep." He said, "We've had a lot of reports about that car." I said, "Okay." So my dad says, "Well, I want him arrested for assault." I said, "Well, what happened?" He said, "Well, he wouldn't listen to me, and I threw a tape measure and hit him in the head, and then he come after me." And the cop said, "You did what to him?" Well, he didn't listen, and he has to listen to me because he's my son. He's under my roof." And that cop's like, "No, that's mutual combat." He said, "You assaulted him first. He has the right to defend himself." "Well, if you ain't going to take him to jail, then I want you to make him give his keys up to that car. I'm taking that car back. He can't have that car no more." And the cop said, Whose name's that car in? Well, it's in mine and his name. I co-signed for him to get that car. Whose insurance is who's paying for the car? Well, he's paying for it, but I got the loan in my name. Who's the insurance? Well, it's in his name. So he's paying for everything, and it's his car. He keeps up the payments. He's taking care of the car, right? Yeah, but I want it back now. If he's going to lay hands on me, he said, sir, he defended himself. I can't do nothing about it. And the whole life went out of that man's eyes right then and there. It's the last time somebody bullied me. Last time. I didn't know that I was in this gang stalking program where I get bullied every day. But you see, I'm not going to take it from the internet trolls. Nobody should have to. These people are the worst of the worst. Because my channel is here trying to help the others that are suffering. I'm trying to save the people the hell that I've been through so they don't make the same mistakes I do in this targeted individual program. If you don't believe what I'm saying is true, move on. There are there are a million other YouTube channels that you can go and harass. You don't need to be here. Apparently what I'm doing is interesting to the trolls because they will watch every single second. And if I say a word wrong, they're going to critique me. If everything, well, I wouldn't have done it like that. But you go and look at what they're doing in their lives. What's the number one thing I hear, Mason? Get a job. Really? How hard do I work? How hard do I work? Really? Really? What? Really? All for money I made killing my freaking self. All for this boathouse so I can escape, so I can get my wife and my kids out of here. Working my ass off every day. I'm sorry that I don't go to McDonald's every day and hit a time card because, okay, here we go, minimum wage. And I'm sorry I don't have a big enough YouTube channel to beg money like vilified douchebag does while he has thefts in his criminal history. But I've turned my life over to the Lord. I'm going to say a prayer. I really don't know what the prayer means, but I'm going to say it, and I'm going to use the Bible so somebody thinks I'm actually being honest. Judge not, lest you be judged. In reality, in the real scope of things, these people are scared of life. They're scared of what they don't know, what they don't understand. So if they don't understand it and they don't know it, they're scared. They fear it. So what do they do with fear? They hide at their house, but they're big and bad on the interwebs. Look at me. I'm gonna be the meanest bully troll on the internet. I'm gonna show them. Stupid. It's worthless. They are stupid and worthless. Every time you come on this channel, what do you see me do? I'm hunting. I'm fishing. Building boats. Building Broncos. Building jet skis. Building a boat. I'm always doing something from nothing. Me and my son spend 10 hours a week doing what, Mason? Driving down the road doing what? Picking up cans on the side of the freaking road. Why? Because I ain't on welfare. Get a job, loser, really? Still making more than most of the goddamn trolls that are harassing me to get a job. Especially not that army douchebag in California who's, well, I think I got that QRSD disease. You know, the one where you get nervous feeling and well, it happened because I was in a training accident on base in Kentucky and I didn't see combat. I mean, I was in Desert Storm. I mean, it was in the desert, but it was a desert in Kentucky. The biggest storm I ever been in when my morbidly obese old lady was having massive gas and acid reflux. That was a storm. And, I was hoping to be in the desert, but God dang, the girl still can't spell and read. I hate being this. I hate being rude. I'm not a rude person. I don't like being mean. I don't like being hateful. You just get fed up when every day you get up and you think to yourself, how can I help people today? You see, I'm not like these jerk-offs on TV. They go, and it just makes me sick. Here's the plane coming over, as always. Oh, it's a flight crew. They're training people to fly. No, these people on the internet, and they take it, and they'll go find somebody perfectly choreographed. Hey, man, do you got $1? Do you got $1? And the guy says, well, yeah, well, you're homeless, right? Yeah, but will you give me your last dollar? Okay. And, of course, the homeless guy good heart, he's going to try to help somebody. And he says, well, since you gave me that dollar, here's $500. Look at me, I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. I gave him $500. Woo! Out of the $70,000 I make off YouTube a month, I gave him $500 out of $70,000. Woo! I'm a hero. Look at me, everybody. You know what I purposely do not do right here in front of this camera? What is it, Mason? What did I purposely not do? I don't record myself when I go feed my neighbors. I purposely don't record it when I pick up strangers on the side of the road and take them to worship and introduce them to Jesus. I purposefully don't do my exploits for the world to pat me on the back. The Bible even says, he says, if you're going to bless the poor, you don't need to do it in the marketplace. Just like when it says, don't pray loud in public. It says, go home, get in a closet, and shut the door before you pray. And even then it says to whisper your prayers to the Lord without useless repetition. But these trolls, oh, I'm going to take my hat off online. Everybody, let's say a prayer. Everybody, we're going to pray real quick. Hold on a minute. I'm holy. I got my halo on. Lord above, bless this food and make it, I mean, bless them people that's got my YouTube channel on, and thank you, Lord, they're never going to know my criminal history. Thank you, Lord, that they're going to donate to me because I'm too lazy to get a job, and I just want to ride my Honda, and I want to get that new program on my computer. Oh, wait, they're still listening. Lord, bless them and bless all the little children. And bless the colored folks over in that Africa, and yeah, Lord, I want a mustard biscuit. Amen. Rare form. I'm Stuart Pitt.